All right, welcome back. So, in this lesson, we're going to continue our conversation about arithmetic series, but this time we're going to deal with it when we're missing something. And in this particular case, we're going to talk about it when we're missing n. All right, so if you look at our first example, 4 plus 9 plus 14 plus 19 plus dot 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 plus 99. So again, that's why we don't know what n is, okay? Because we're missing those middle terms. We can't just simply count them up this time. So the things that I need for my summation formula, I know my first term, I know my last term, I just don't know n. However, remember you can use the explicit formula whenever you're missing a piece of information. So to use my explicit formula, the first thing is I do need to know what my d is. Well, hopefully you can tell you're adding 5 between every term. All right? So by knowing that, now I can use my explicit formula and I'm going to find n. Okay? And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to put in my future term. I know my first term. I'm looking for n, but I know that d is 5. So again, just plugging it into the explicit formula. That's always my go-to place whenever I'm missing information. All right, so to find n now, well, I need to clean this up, so I'm going to distribute that. Oh, that should be an equal sign. Equals 4 plus 5n minus 5. Clean that up a little bit, so that's going to be 5n, then 4 minus 5 is a minus 1. And now I just finished solving for n. So I add my 1 over, and I divide by 5. So again, first thing is I need to find n. Well, now I have n. My n is 20. So with that, now I can go and I can use my summation formula to actually find the sum of those terms. So let's go back and do that. So the sum of those terms is n divided by 2, my first term plus my last term. So 10 times 103, or that is going to be 1,030. All right, let's take a look at this next one. So again, these are the 3 things I need to be able to plug into my summation formula to actually find the sum. I know my first term and I know my last term, but I don't know n. Whenever I'm missing information, my go-to place is my explicit formula. So to use my explicit formula, I'm going to recognize that my d, what I'm adding every time, is 6. Because when I piece all this together into my explicit formula, my future term equals the first term, and it's what I'm missing, and I know my d is 6. So when I plug all of that into my explicit formula, now I'm ready to solve. So I'm going to distribute that 6. I'm going to combine my like terms. 8 minus 6 is 2. I'm going to subtract my 2 from both sides. And then I'm going to divide both sides. Oh, divide by 6, which is going to leave me n equaling 25. So now that I know what n is, now I can go back and actually put this in the summation formula. So the summation formula, again, says take that n, divide it by 2, take your first term and add it to your last term. So I get 12.5 times 160. That's going to give me 2,000. So the sum of my terms in that piece of my sequence is going to give me 2,000. All right. So again, thank you for joining me. Please make sure you have all this written down so when you're doing practice work, if you need to remember how to do these steps, you have something to reflect on. If you have any questions, please just come and ask.